We know the value of her on the defence. Blackbeard and Kaid will be out. Yeah, I think they've definitely made that call. We can just see a bit of damage being taken either way, but a good bit of damage to the shield player there. Palu does manage to pick up users to the west main stairs. What have they done with the hatch? You know, give yourself these opportunities. Solotov and Breedy making sure that it just doesn't matter. Dots finds one taken as they're going all towards Solar, trying to get themselves into trophy. They've got Palu on double window and they're just making it directly difficult on that top. But Dots has managed to get himself down, make them feel a little bit of pressure. As it was, w7m
alone will try and make a plan happen here, but Usus and Shaiko know how to play out these scenarios, Tim. Like, surely they have an inkling that he's planting. They must know, because that's exactly what he's done. Drop comes on through, but Usus don't lose them. They only played it here in the second round, and that was really the closest one.
Really big kill from Leakafang. So Volt was out on off his balcony. He was the one that was going to come across and pressure, but how is Solotov completely unaware of Dots walking into Library? That gets the kill that Volt would have been looking for, so it kind of removes that advantage that Falcons had, but Leakafang users, they managed to chain a kill together each, and it's 4 versus 2. Falcons again denying w7m.
Down. You saw that in the lineup they brought, right? The fact that they had drones to deal with, of course, is the Twitch. The fact they got Monty shields, that they've got the Nova.
They're looking to pressure every single angle, and they're looking to work together as a team. Here's the price. 2v5 now, and it's all but over.
It's looking like a flawless round might be on the way, but of course Shaiko's the party stealer, but Tim, he's in a 1 versus 4 and there's a Monty still on the field. Yeah, Gimon might be in his foot, but this one looks cooked. Bolts gets the kill.
A little bit aggressively on defence. They'll go out into the map and look for those 5. 7m were attacking kitchen dining. I spoke about this office wall and the fact it's coming down those trophy stairs, but I'm not sure they're aware of the player underneath. Yes, they are, but not the one hiding underneath the stairs. Solotov manages to get Lob involved with one onto Shaiko, but 8 seconds left to go. This is not going to happen. To move upstairs, Lobin has gone up in support as well. And what a beautiful kill, Donna. Get in there, use those bees, force players to move.
Stemming the tide.
We've seen some IQ played previously from w7m, but I think just not enough, because we're starting to see this damage mount up and mount up everywhere, but Falcons could bypass it, Des.
Straight into Ephemeria, though, so we can see nothing, but he's got to run past it here and straight in towards sight, and at the same time, Tim, they're pressuring with shields around the map. There's very little the w7m can do except get absolutely bowled over. Breedy right in the thick of things here as well. A 3rd player falls. They've sat back, Tim, and what have Falcons done? Ran them over like a train.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's been scary. Like, their entry rate has been brilliant. They're the best entry team in the tournament by some margin. I think about
trying to get a cheap kill if he can, moving around upon Destiny, but he misses his shots. The
covering from the C4 animation tells you a lot. He's in a spot here where he really shouldn't be, and so far has held firm. Volts on for a 3K in the round. Just Usus and Breedy to go. Why not make it a 4th? Tim, it is denied away with Palu getting the finish.
Really difficult, and I've spoken about that position already, allowing them to keep themselves there. User down, but you can see the man up above the Legion, Volts. He's in a critical position here. Palu manages to get users, and Volts makes a big play, and all of a sudden, w7m turn the round on its head. And that's because of that top floor presence that Falcons are starting to build up, and they might just be able to get themselves into a planted position soon with this shield going in and doing some work. Dots will be down but not out. 1 minute left to go, but Lobin manages to pick up Leakafang. That's the shield on the Monty out. We're going to have users taken out if he's not careful. 3v2 though, Des.
That was a bit of a mistake. Usus is down to less than half HP, and he's in a bit of a mystery spot here. Breedy's got the cross though. Palu.
Places like office wall, we will indeed, so the bandit as well. That's gonna last time. Falcons, will they attack direct to side?
It's too early on. However, look at this. Dots is going out through the window, and Shaiko has been punished. A good read there that he'd be alone and getting a freebie. Oh! And the attempted trade from Leakafang gets shut down. Dots finding his second.
He's going to try to take that barbed wire out. Just signals his position to w7m. They look to make the challenge. A little bit of a sprint from Solotov, picks up a view. Or do they look to go from Karaoke Team?
To start both Dots and Volts, a 2K each so far. Who's taking the 3rd? It's going to be, there's a lot of the focus right now, out towards this side of things, and surely a freebie for Parley, who finds Shaiko. Should have known that he was there because Yusuf has been playing this dance with him for the last minute or so, but it's a bit of a freebie. Two back the other way, so suddenly it starts looking pretty good until Parley does it again. A second player down for free, but somehow site will go into Tim, and no one's going to believe him. It's an impossible situation to deal with, and as long as Falcons are going to say, don't go take him 1v1
from Falcons here. Breeder is just trying to dance about, see if he can get this diffuser down. Users is there on the cover. Breeder will stick it. I'm not sure if w7m were aware of that or whether there was just nothing they could do, but they're playing him beautifully for the retake. They managed to get one. Can they find more? Falcons are just sat on top of each other at the minute. Breeder with an important kill. 1v2. Users with the shield. It could be doable, Des.
Mate, he's using the environment so well here as well. Now he's truly invulnerable until he drops down the shield, finds one, the second step through, but he's got to bait this out. Half dips the shield as well. Has to win this out against the Valkyrie though. In comes Volt, tries to go for it. They miss each other. Finally to the left, and Fox wins it out.
Great job here, actually. There's a minute 40 in on the Frost, and he's still present. Shaiko is going to rip the head off Dots, though, with a beautiful kill. 5 versus 4 as they lose the smoke of all operators there. But Lorbin hasn't been dealt with. I said he was doing a great job. They've failed to find the kill onto him. 2 minutes.
With only about 30 seconds to play, and look at Bolt's ratting in. They have no idea that he's there. Ying is gone. Next one, step around. Next over, please. Solotov got it all to do against 3, and Tim, I don't think he's walking out of this one alive.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit easy on that second one for Bolt. Straight away into Terrace after taking down the barricade. Just misses the head by a margin. Doesn't seem like Falcons even know what the question is.
Completely agree. I think on the Mountain, they're quite well dug in here. w7m still got vertical control too, and they've got no idea about Dots, completely blind as to his position. Might get one more back on the other side, Tim, but this round's going just like the others. w7m.
So 1 minute left to go, and Falcons continue this dance around the top floor. Leakerback picks up Dordes, and that creates a little bit of space for Falcons.
Great C4 over the top from Barley, finds one into a second. They didn't know that he'd come back towards site. Why wouldn't he? Uses with it all still to do. 2 smokes in back pocket. Could isolate an angle, but he knows gunfight is what he needs. He tries, he might.
For Dordes to make his way into office. He had a drone at his feet, but they didn't really have any numbers. Everybody was just stood on the balcony outside of Terrace. And Lorbin trying to get anything going. What a response this has been.
Pushing towards Drum, they got Diffuser down, the second player in Drum that was covering him. And of course
it dissipates, which it has done now, so Breeder can support from Terrace, but they've done nothing about it and they've been punished. However, Dordes picks up the kill onto the worst operator that he could have team killed, the Blackbeard, but the kills keep raining in. Drakenor just sent the Blackbeard straight in towards sight. Falcons were unable to focus. They had to get that kill in the first 5 seconds or so, but couldn't. 20 seconds left to go. Users takes a big challenge, but he's going to be cut down, Des.
From both angles there, one comes back from Shaiko. Massive round here because it could send us into map 3. Breeder's kept himself safe for now. Shaiko's still standing. They had to win that shot onto Parley though, Tim. They may well rue this. Triple for Shaiko. Quad for Shaiko. Earlier on, hoping someone just steps in blind. Oh, the run out. Dordes goes in for the repel, and he's found his man. Beautiful bit of play.
For a top black stairs push.
Ready at the hole here as well. They get that headshot. It had to be one of the 2.
Opened by Parlu, so he may have an opportunity to go on in, but Shaiko goes out the window. They both lose their lives at the same time. 3 versus 3.
And leaking back into a second, they might be able to just hold on here, Tim.
Impact on each other's deaths. They don't need to be taking peaks on. Across the karaoke tee. This time on the switch of that, on the flip side. Again, it's kind of similar. Falcons not too much of a press.
Composed, and they're getting exactly what they need.
Like a python, w7m just continue to slowly, gently squeeze the life, the breath out of their opponents, and Falcons are struggling. Maybe even a Shaiko, who knows, to step up.
He exists.
To step up and really grab a hold of this.
Well, I mean, Dots can get up to the doorway here and really cause some bother because Volps is starting to ask the question down blue. He's going to run through the fire, but no! Dives to the environmental, and Tim, it's a blue slaughter. Falcons.
Attack, but more than that, it allows Falcons the freedom to stay as long as they want up on the top floor. Solotov picks
ludicrous throws of epic proportions, but this kind of round you don't lose in a quarter-final. I have no idea where the hell Shaiko was shooting during that good fight. Not that it matters because there's 4 the Solotov that you might be afraid of at the same time. All kinds of things could have weighed into it. breaking off. Solotov's the one now getting tracked out, sniffed out by Lobin here as well. It's the right idea. They're going in for him here, and sure enough, Solotov has been cooked. A nade's found him. There's guns trained on him at the same time, and finished off by a second nade coming on through. Well dispatched.
5 versus 4 as we have advantage w7m. Just looking how they're shaping up. Complete control of the south balcony, getting themselves into construction now, applying more and more pressure. Seconds.
They've got a swarming ready from 2 spots here, though. Window in the main door, and Usus has got it trained and locked down. Palu's a little bit behind the curve here as well and trying to make something happen. Leaves one man on side by himself. They've been absolutely mowed down. But Palu has got 2. Can he save it for his team here? Usus has got to hold on. Yes, he does. Up to 5.
Leakerfack. He is currently at the bottom of main stairs on the Valkyrie, and he's just waiting for his opportunity. Shaiko
overexposing himself and paying the price. Palu at least
a good understanding from Falcons as to what is going on. The pressure has moved away from construction. They've tried to push over onto CCTV breach, and it hasn't happened. Dots has been downed, Volps has been taken out, and it's now all up to Palu once again. 1 versus 4 this time. 1 versus 3 he was close with last time, but surely won't get near this. Same as Shadow.
It's exactly the same story where it's just a little bit 1-2, like they're not really alternating too much, and for the most part, Falcons are barely having to move their feet and getting free kills.
Shaiko! They know what's coming, they know where the pressure is going to mount from, and they are ready to front it up. Look at that! Solotov hits him with the turn and burn, gives him the
other side, and of course has removed Lobin, taking the Capitao off board, and Leakerfat's got onto Clubhouse.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's, you know, maybe the pressure getting to them. You know,
the extended hold breach open, and then also getting the single wall opened up at the same time. At least here things start out better. Lobin, he's been pretty quiet this series. He's the lowest rated player for w7m, but we've seen what this man can do many a time over. Has torn the round open. Dodes into another, a trade coming back through, but this is
logistics. Do something different, mix it up, force them to look around. Breede gets 1v4 becomes a 1v3. Surely not from Breede. We see the nade coming in. They know exactly where he is. It's over for Breede. You gotta feel. By contrast, let's look at this with you. And now they're just straying across windows. Again, League seems to have switched off.
Well, Leakerback has been desperate to step in and retake Catwalk and has just died to Palu in the process. It's unfortunate for him because he's tried to do what the team needed. Feels like this one should be a w7m win.
Yep, Dodes has gone in from Catwalk. He's getting the diffuser down. Absolutely nothing that Falcons can do to stop this, surely. But yes, Breede manages to find them now.
From here, he's got to go straight up in gunfights, and there's a crossfire on him.
Usus and Leakerfack are working underneath, looking to challenge red stairs at the minute, but they haven't got a big presence inside of the map. Dots with a brilliant first kill, but here Falcons go, relying on that gun skill. Shaiko Usus managed to get a kill apiece. 3 versus 3, 50 seconds left to go.
The Volts stepping back up to bring one more in. Here we go, they found the 2 more kills. They need him to all but shut out this round, and as you can see, well, that Fenrir is doing an absolute nightmare for them here. Managed to get 1 kill through it, but nothing else.
W7m, what Falcons want to do now is just keep surrounded. Well, that's what they want to do.
So they won't know that he's there until, of course, they jump in, and then it's a guaranteed death. Shaiko falling down. W7m starting off the defense strong. He hits him with 2 kills going their way. Lobin now finished on.
15 seconds left to go. They need to make a move. Usus finds his man. 3 versus 2, and they have got people on both sides here of Falcons. Can they make a move from logistics? Yes, almost. Palu is going to be taking his Volts taken out. Palu last alive. Low health. Into so much so that Solotov has dipped himself away. It's Leakerfack who takes the
himself. That he didn't pick up not just 1, but both of those kills for himself. Shaiko's tried to go direct towards side to get a freebie for himself, but has been punished for that. Again, Volts put down to low HP. It feels like nothing can go Falcons' way in this round, Tim. They might as well be battling their way back in. Lobin gone, and a 2 versus 4, but for me, this feels like it's that 5-4 score I was speaking about.
They've just been surprised by one inside a kitchen. Solotov does manage to take down Volt. 2v3.
He brings out a big 1 versus 3 here without the diffuser in our semi-finals at a tournament.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
It might.
Scans away from you for 1, but also gets Shaiko off the board. They go for it, but no, Leakerback's back.
Sticks to Falcons. It's the next big fight.
I don't think they know about the castle. No, they don't. It's a free one.
They've got himself inside, but he doesn't have the diffuser. He can't even work as a distraction to the door. Does he look to mix his position or no?
Strolled in through there and made the place. Yeah, it's narrow, but at least you can still get in. Now it's a massive risk for them. Solotov caught out completely by a flank from below. Bob's still going for another. This is the second player. Leakerback is chose to try and make a move and they paid the price for it. Another one falls down. W7m are into a 4 versus 1, and they're going to go on top match. As good as theirs.
Use that vertical in. Falcons now seriously on the back foot, only 4 lives away from leaving the Reload tournament. Solotov manages to find Volps, keeps them in it a little bit longer. 4 versus 3 though. Solotov taking more damage.
Right, mental this time. Let's not lose another player to it. Right sort of idea as the guy who's on the other side steps up and Leakyfax found his man. W7m, surely don't give this one away.
Leakyfax starts getting that diffuser down. This is what Falcons need, a distraction. Give W7m something else to think about now. Play the ball. Solotov manages to cut down Palu, and this one does. It's gone there.
Have to deal with Cash CC. Only now they're trying to deal with that mirror. Shaiko steps in, 2 kills come through.
Find their hero, and they need to find them now. Volps is underneath. Palu picks up Shaiko Dordes. He responds as well onto Solotov. 3v3. Volps finds the nitro. They don't just need one, Des. They've got 3 heroes here who've just turned a 3v5 into a 3v2, and Falcons on the back foot.
Now out towards the left, there are 2 players in Arsenal. They found one and may have been able to at least stem the bleeding for now, but the blitz is in, finds one more. It's a second kill. W7m, a 3 versus 2, Tim.
W7m have truly full sent this. Solotov, he could be the rescue mission here. He just needs to get himself down the main stairs and have an impact, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
They know where these players are. Use his nose.